Precipitation. Anything coming out of the sky?
No.
No, so we would say no precipitation. How about when you look outside, you look down the street, is it clear?
No.
What is it?
Foggy.
Snow.
Some fog. The air is not clear. We would say some fog. Not too bad, but there is some fog. Do we know fog, everyone?
Yeah.
We've been like smoke, but it's water. That's the word.
Snow and sleet.
We know this one, precipitation. Let's list some of the words we have for precipitation. What are they? What's the first one?
Rain.
Rain. Now what else?
Sunny.
Snow.
Sunny.
Hail.
Hail.
What else?
What were you going to say?
Sunny.
Say.
Sun.
And snow.
No. From the sky. Precipitation.
Precipitation.
What else is there?
Precipitation.
Precipitation means water from the sky.
Freezing rain.
So we want some different kinds or types of precipitation. The most common ones we talk about are rain, snow.
Hail.
Do you know hail?
It's like
Hail. Hail are like little stones of ice that come down. Pellets,
Arabic parrot.
parad, and they're ice balls that come down. Even in summer,
Yeah.
you can have a beautiful, warm, hot summer day, and there will be, from the upper levels of the sky, hail coming down. Anything else? In the past few days, we have had some unusual things.
White.
Let's sound this out. Sleet. It's just like it looks. Sleet.
Which is me.
Double E. Sleet is when rain comes down, but it's so cold that it comes down like frozen Slurpee. It's like frozen water coming down. So when you feel it, it's wet, but it's icy too. Sleet. And it's when it comes down as sleet, it hits the ground, it may melt, it may freeze, but it's one of those things that if you drive or walk, you need to be very careful about.
Nice.
So, all of these things are types of what?
Precipitation.
Precipitation. The other word I want to bring up that's related to this is this. For today, the weather. It's one reason why when you look out, it looks sort of like not clouds, but the air is not really that clear.
High humidity.
High humidity.
Humidity.
What is humidity?
Some water in
It means that
precipitation. The iron and somewhat
another big word here. Moisture means wet. So an example of humidity. We know that when we breathe,
Yeah.
I can't see my breath. I can't see it, but it has moisture in it. It has water vapor in it. And we can show that if you wear glasses like I do, and I go like this on my glasses. What came out as moisture hit the glasses and turned into
Yeah.
moisture that you can see. Humidity. So today, the reason why it's so hazy outside is because of the high humidity in the air.
It's
So
coming in ocean.
it comes through the sky, through the clouds, bringing it in. And yes, places near water, the humidity from the water goes up and blows over the ground. You notice that where Michigan is a state surrounded by water. We have a lot of water here. And so that humidity goes into the air.
Michigan is peninsula.
Michigan is a peninsula, yes. Do we know peninsula? Well, we'll get to that. What can we say about what's going to happen?
His.
This is what it's like now. What will happen later?
Temperature is
What is the temperature right now?
53,
What is it?
32.
53. It's above freezing. Degrees Fahrenheit. 33 Fahrenheit.
What's F?
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit. For those of you that are new, we remind people here that we have the Celsius, Fahrenheit scale, and here in Michigan and the USA, we usually use Fahrenheit. And so today is 33 degrees Fahrenheit, just above freezing, which means that some of the ice and snow that's on the street is melting. So it makes it more slippery. So the word I wanted to do here is the future. We've talked about this, so how do we usually talk about that in regard to what is going to happen? So if you listen to the weatherman, they'll say, chance up. So we're talking about high humidity. What are the things? Precipitation. What do you think might happen?
Chance. Tonight.
Tons of rain.
Sunlight.
Right.
Rain. Or snow.
I'm going to be the weatherman.
Yeah.
So this is one way to say that. A chance of. What does that mean? A chance.
Chance.
Chance of rain or snow. Can we find another word for this?
Reason.
What?
Reason.
Good luck. Jake, what did you say?
There is a chance of rain or snow.
What's another word for chance? What I heard it.
Reason.
Probability.
Maybe expecting.
Maybe.
No, okay. Anyway,
Might.
Probably.
Maybe.
a little different. What does probably mean?
Maybe.
Are they the same or different?
Same.
No,
No,
different,
different.
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 A little bit.
Should we have a vote?
Yes.
Same.
They are different.
Yeah.
Maybe means could be,
Yes.
maybe not.
Yes.
Could be, could not be. But probably means not sure, but good chance. A good chance. A more, not for sure, but a better chance that something will happen. So probably. So these are words that are often used to predict what's going to happen. Maybe, chance of is close to maybe, probably, and how about this one? Expected. What does that mean?
More than.
More than probably. Yes. Expected.
Maybe. Probably. Expected.
Said what you said.
Nine. Same.
Remember this one? It might happen. Maybe it will happen. Might happen, maybe it will happen. These are very much alike. Okay. So that's our weather. I have a reading assignment. Let's see if I have enough for this, but I wanted to go over on the sheet that I gave you. We have some new students, quite a few new students in fact, and there are some vocabulary words that will be coming up that we go through when we talk about work-related life skills on this sheet. We all have this? Anyone else not have this? Okay. Disorganized. Lost the power, but I have for my new students today, Mohammed and Ishaq Ali. Are you guys from Yemen?
No, Afghanistan.
You're from Afghanistan?
Yes.
Both of you from Afghanistan. So that's 3 Afghanis here.
4.
What? 4. Oh, 4, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. Well, welcome. How long have you been in the USA?
Almost 2 years.
Wait,
2 years.
2 or 3?
Yeah. 2.
2 years.
Yes. Same thing.
Same thing. Is this your first English class?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you live somewhere before Hamtramck in the USA?
We lived before. We lived in here 1 year.
In Hamtramck, 1
Yeah.
year. Okay. Well, welcome to the class.
Thanks.
I should know that it's the spelling. It's Ishaq Ali, Ali could be from many places. Your last name, Rezay?
Yes.
Rezay, you got that right. And Muhammad M.H.
Mirzada.
Mazada.
Yeah.
Okay. Mazada. Okay. Very good. Did you have some English in Afghanistan before you came here?
Yeah, we were with American people from here.
So you spoke to Americans over there?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same, okay. So I noticed you're speaking, your communication skills and speaking are pretty good. So I have to find out from you what you would most likely want to get from this.
Okay.
Are you, either of you working? Have a job?
Yeah, we work in the company.
You're working?
Yes.
You're working?
Yeah.
And so the people you work with, what do they speak?
They speak different language.
Yes, they
Pardon?
Different language.
Are they speaking English?
English.
Yeah, in English,
It's
but
different. English, Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, the reason I ask is because a lot of my students, especially guys from Bangladesh, who work with other guys from Bangladesh, they speak Bengal, they speak Bangla, and it takes a longer time to get. So that's good. You're learning Spanish too.
yeah.
Spanish is a good language to know in the USA. Right now, what is the major language in the USA?
Arabic.
In the USA, what is the major language?
Spanish.
In the USA, what is the most people? It's English. Yes. What's the second? So especially if you go to certain places in Southern California, people speak both languages a lot. Texas, Arizona, Mexico. Here in Detroit, we have a very large Mexican community in Detroit, down closer to Dearborn.
How about Arabic language?
Pardon? Arabic?
Yes.
Well, the Detroit area has a huge Arabic population in two areas more than others. One is Dearborn, which is a fairly big city, and the second one being Hamtramck, which is a smaller city. I think Dearborn is maybe 3-4 times as large as Hamtramck. All right, so let's take a look here, and we want to go through this on here, and I'll ask you some questions to see what you know. But these are words that will come up a lot. So go here to general vocabulary. The first one says a regular job. What does that mean? Regular. Normal. Every day. So usually, if someone says, maybe you do several things working, but what is your regular job? The one that you do most of the time. So if I said my regular job is I'm an ESL teacher, would that make sense? Regular job. The next one is commuter. Commuter.
Who is traveling to work every day?
Couple of things to look here. ER on the end. That ER tells often, not always, the person who does this. So a commuter is a person. A person who does what?
Who move to work every day?
Person who does. So typically, a commuter is a person who has to be transported to work. How do you commute to work? How do you commute to work?
By car?
By car. Anyone
Always.
take a bus?
No.
Anyone take a streetcar? Subway? Here in Detroit, this
Yeah.
is known as Car City. Everybody here, I shouldn't say everyone, but most commonly is by driving, person who commutes. The next one, this one, we'll spend a few minutes on it because there's several here. Both of these are people. The employee is what?
Man.
Worker.
The worker. Hired for a job.
The boss.
Employer is what?
Worker. Manager. Manager.
This can be both. We can say my employer is a person who hired me. That person has a name, an employer. But an employer can also be a company. So I might say, my employer is General Motors. Do we know General Motors?
Yes. Big family.
That could be the company, the employer. Yes. The employer employs the employee. Employer, employee. I'll put up here, the boss. Who employs. Next one going down here. This is an expression. He took a job as a waiter. What is that? What is a waiter? Pardon? In a restaurant, yes. Usually we talk about a person who serves food as a waiter. So the expression here, he took a job as a waiter, means he got a job. The next one, job. What is that?
Some work.
Easy. Occupation. Like a job, but it's more specific.
Yeah.
So, sort of go together. These are close together in meaning, but what's the difference between occupation and profession?
To be.
What is a profession?
Occupation and profession same the same.
Pardon?
Occupation and profession same meaning.
A little different.
Different.
Usually, an occupation is the name of a job that someone does. A profession means the name of a job that requires a certain level of training, a degree, a certificate. So if someone goes to professional school, it means they are getting a certificate to do a certain thing. So for example, when you go to, anyone go to a pharmacy?
Yes.
When you go to the pharmacy and you want medication, you go to the pharmacist, the person who gives you your medicine. That is a profession. You have to go to school for that. But if you go to the counter and you pay your money to someone, the cashier, the person who takes your money, that is their occupation, but it is not a profession. They're more closely related in some things, but I want to show you the difference between these
You
two.
can see occupation is through experience. Profession is through education, high education.
A certificate,
Yeah.
something to show you have a qualification. You're allowed to do it by law, by standards, profession. Next one, to earn one's living, what does that mean? Earn.
You need fund food.
When we talk about earning a living, it means getting money
Money, yeah.
from a job. To earn, usually this word earn. Earn. Means to get something, usually money. Running down here, to run a firm, what does that mean?
Manage.
What is a firm? Firm.
Happen.
Firm is a company.
Yes, company.
We know that we have the word firm. It means something that's solid. So, but we also have this other meaning. These are employment words. Means the company. What firm do you work for? Oh, I work for, he works for a company.
How much? What is today?
Where does he work?
I don't know, but he's working one company.
The name of the firm. The name of the company. Next one, trade.
It's
Yeah,
money.
yeah, trade.
It's about share, coin.
They're looking at these words in terms of employment, having a job. So I'd say,
This is your trade.
know Notice if I said, usually if I want to trade something, I say, oh, I'm going to trade my pen for your pen. Trade, back and forth. That's how that's used a lot. But in terms of employment, you will also see this like this. What is your trade? What have you been trained to do in your job? Trade. So if you are a skilled worker and you do something very special, that's your occupation, it's your trade. Next one, what you do for a living. Same thing. The name of your job and specifically what it is that you do. And of course, the last one there, worker, employee. Now going down here to part 2, application. What is an application? People now do it online, no paper. They're using this a lot. All of these are employment words, but you know an application is something that you fill out to get a job. You go to the office to fill out your application. You go online and fill out an application. But it's not just for a job. So an application can be for many things. An application can be for school. It can be for a license. It can be for getting a library card application, the form that you fill out. And the action that you do, hospital. Apply. This is the action. You apply, action. What you fill out is the application. And the next one goes with it, application form, what the form looks like. Either on paper or online. Next one, apprentice and trainee. What is an apprentice? Any idea? What is a trainee? EE on the end. What do you think it is? What is it? What is a trainer?
Trainers.
A trainer is the person who teaches. The trainee is the person who gets trained. The person who learns it from someone else is the trainee. Just like employee, that's the one who gets the employee. The trainee is the person who doesn't do the training or the employing, but the person who gets that information. So there is a technical term for many jobs. That one next to it? Apprentice. If I was to say to you, electrician, what is that? What is an electrician? Anyone know? Pardon?
Electrician.
What does an electrician do?
Electrician, some
House.
making for line, power.
Lighting.
Yeah.
All the electricity, electrician. The lines outside for electricity. Many people who work in that as an electrician to be trained become an apprentice. An apprentice means that you learn from another person, not in a classroom so much like this, but you actually go to work with a person who looks at what you do, shows you what to do, and you learn it one-on-one. Apprentice, an apprentice. These are often in many skilled trades, electricians, plumbers. You go through an apprenticeship to learn. Some very skilled factory work requires an apprenticeship. Then the next one was apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is the job of learning from someone who's teaching you. So I might say, I would like to be an electrician. I want to be an apprentice, a person. In order to do that, I have to find a place, a business that has an apprenticeship program. The program of doing apprenticeship. The next one, CV. I'm going to skip that because we'll come back to that later. Going down one is job interview. What is an interview? Talking.
Yes, employer.
Employer or any job
HR.
is for employer, so we're looking here, the discussion with someone who wants to see if you are going to fill the needs for the job. Next one, we already did that, apply for a job. Training. What is training?
Good
Training.
man work.
Showing someone how to do it. Training. Like this.
Yes.
This is more official, apprenticeship. Moving down here, we'll skip training course. Vacancy, what does that mean? Vacancy.
Where?
We live like skill. Yes, worker.
The company has a job.
You can see what.
They can. Yeah. Position open.
You will see this word vacancy for work. We're doing jobs here. The vacancy means there's a job, they need someone for it. But you will also see that on houses. So they'll say, there is a vacancy in the apartment building. That means there is an apartment that they can rent. It's open for someone to take it. Vacancy. Turn this over to the other side. This is job stuff. I got fired. What does that mean? I have a job.
Yeah, job.
I lost the job.
I
You lost your job.
lost my job. They said, don't come back. This is an expression. I got sacked. That means I got fired. He said, don't come back.
I got fired.
But now, it's not on the list, but we have to do this one. Layoff. What does that mean?
No work.
No work for a while. It means there's no job for you right now, but you're not fired. If there's work for you, you can come back. Layoff. They're quite different. Which is better? Layoff or getting fired? Layoff.
What are the
Sometimes they'll use this one. Terminated. It means end of job. Terminated.
Quit.
I quit.
Resign.
Resign. Pretty much the same meaning. I'm not working anymore. I quit. I stopped. This one is more general. So for example, I'm a smoker. Oh, I'm so sick of smoking cigarettes. That's it. No more. I quit. Done. So it's not just for a job. But this one is related pretty much to working. I resign. Quitting from a job. This one, to give notice. What does that mean? Give notice. Give notice. What does that mean?
Tell me.
What?
Tell me.
Yes, to tell someone. So this one comes up in work related. Usually when someone is going to quit a job or resign, they tell their boss or their manager or the employer, I am going to leave, but I want us to be in good relationship. I will not be here in 2 weeks, that's it. So that they can find someone to replace you. Giving notice. It's not just for a job, but it's also for other things for example, an apartment. If you rent an apartment and you tell them apartment or a house and you say, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to stay here next month. They may say, you must give a 1 month notice to let us know. Give notice. This one, employment,
What?
that's the job. What's this?
No job.
No job. Notice on, the negative, on. So here in Michigan and in many other places, there is called unemployment compensation or insurance. That means if someone loses their job and they've been there for a while, they qualify for unemployment insurance to help them during their finding another job. Going down here, these are pretty standard. Full-time job. What is a full-time job? Pardon?
8 hours.
Five day.
8 hours. 28 hours.
Usually, employers are expect, if they say, I have a full-time employee, it means that they work at least 35 hours per week. Usually 40, but sometimes 35 or more. Next one, part-time. Part-time can vary. Less than that is part-time. The next one, continued payment of wages. That's, we won't deal with that. Flex time. What does that mean? Flex time.
Extra time.
Flex. Flex.
Delivery.
What?
Delivery.
Flex time means Monday, 3 hours. Tuesday, 9 hours.
Schedule.
Wednesday, 1 hour. Thursday,
If they-
5 hours.
Part time.
If they
On Monday, I work in the morning. Tuesday, I work in the afternoon. Flex time, it means it changes. Flex means to move. Flex. We did this one yesterday. Pay slip. I think what they mean by this, they didn't really. These do come up. Pay slip shows that you have worked and you are going to be paid for that. But these are the ones that are usually come up. What is a paycheck? Your money in the form of a check. It's not cash, but a check. And what's pay stub? We did this yesterday. Pay stub. Anybody remember?
Ticket.
It's like the part that you don't take to the bank. It's like the receipt to show that you got paid. It has information on there. How much was taken out, what hours you worked,
Information.
pay stub. It's pay information. The pay stub. That's the part That's not the money, not the check, but information. Salary, what is salary?
We have to hand.
Salary is the money that you earn. We did this one. Get a raise. What is a raise?
More money.
More money. I don't know why they put down there rise. Rise is usually lifting up. So remember we did this yesterday? Raise means to go up. I raise my hand. But in terms of employment, if someone says, after 3 months, you get a raise, it means more money. A raise. To get a raise.
Both lines means
Both lines, same thing. Work in shifts, we did this and also yesterday. The shift, what does shift mean in employment?
Shift how many hours per day? Work.
Shift. A shift means the part of the day.
Part of the day.
So someone would say, I work first shift.
Morning.
I work
Morning.
second shift. I work third shift. It means to change because that word is used in other things as well. Does anyone here have a car that has first gear, second gear, third gear, and you have to shift?
Yeah.
Yes. So that means to change gears.
Yeah, shift.
Shift. Next one, overtime. What is that? Extra hours. Next one, wage cut.
Indicate.
Wage cut.
Deduction.
Is that a good thing or not
No,
a good
it's
thing?
bad.
It's a bad thing. It means instead of wage raise, it means wage cut means less money. Wage cut.
Reduce.
Like when you cut your hair, less hair. Okay.
Wage.
The next one, wage demand. That's, I know those of you that may have been in here in September, we talked about the United Auto Workers going on strike because they wanted more money. They made a wage demand to increase their pay. All right, just this will come in useful for when we do other things with employment. Any questions or concerns about this? I spent more time on this than I thought.
What is land or line?
I don't know why they put that in there.
Line.
I don't know. Claim means that you ask for it. So the term claim wage, I don't know what that would be. Group wages, that would mean for a whole group. But this one,
Masood.
Wage.
Wage.
20 per hour. Salary.
20 per hour.
Salary.
Salary.
Oh.
Sometimes these are used the same,
Yeah.
but usually a little differently. So a person who makes $20 an hour has a regular job, 40 hours a week, how much would they make
20 hours a week.
Per
in
month.
1 week?
1 week.
400.
How much?
It's 800.
Good. How much is it? It's a little bit.
Usually, the salary, when people talk about their salary, it's meant, how much do you make a week? Not always, but usually. This one, a wage means how much is it each hour or each day. Okay. Usually that's how it's done. In some jobs, some things that people do, they are paid a salary. Whether you work 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, it's the same. There's no hourly wage. That's your job. Get it done. That's the way it is. Earnings. So this guy, he works $800 a week, and he works 52 weeks a year. So how much does he make? And he did some overtime. Okay, this is his job, this is his salary, this is his wage. He does some overtime too. So at the end of the year, the government wants to find out how much did that man make? How much money?
Gross.
What were his earnings? How much did he earn?
Who knows?
So he did pretty well, and he made
5,000. Hourly gross.
55,000. That was his earnings per year. Per year.
Hourly gross.
How much does Elon Musk make?
Million
1 billion.
per year? Oh,
You know, sometimes in here we talk about the news and Elon Musk. Do we know Elon Musk?
yeah.
And he's a very wealthy man. And he wanted to control the Tesla company.
Yes.
He gave up his leadership of that company, but he wanted money for it. And he wanted, my numbers might be off a little bit.
Five billion.
He wanted $55 billion from Tesla company.
1 billion.
And it went to court. And the judge said,
I need 1 billion.
1 million.
no,
5 million.
you can't do that. Because where would that money come from?
Company.
The people who are invested in that company, every one of them would have to give money to Elon Musk. And the judge said, that's bad for the company and not fair to the shareholders. So the world of finance is kind of strange and sometimes beyond belief, but the amounts of money. But the Tesla company. Who owns Tesla company? Who owns it?
On share.
The shareholders.
Shareholder.
You can go to a person and buy a part of Tesla company, a little bit. that makes you a part owner. So if somebody says, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to take some of your money and we're going to give it to Mr. Musk, Elon Musk. The judge said, no, you can't do that. It's almost like stealing. So just to give you an idea how crazy this can be. Pardon? Yeah. Is there some there? It's a fresh one? Let me go get you. Do you have one in your car? Yep. I can get you one from the other room. Okay. Don't slip and fall. All right. What we were going to do today, yesterday we did the story about endangered animals. And let's see if I can find what they made for me today. I think I'll skip. I'm gonna do a shorter one today. Take one past one. Take one past one.
Since mobile data is turned off, you'll have to connect to a Wi-Fi network
I'll give you a few minutes to look at this. Warm in here now. have Sean and I have Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right here, I have your phone numbers. Okay, and Mohammed, this is for me. If you would put your name, print your name, okay, and then put your phone number. Okay? Did I get yours, Shay? Shay? Oh, yeah. Okay. How do you, your last name? Legrab? Lejab. L-E-G-R-A-B-R-B. This is for me. I got you.
Yeah, also, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That way, if there's a problem and I need to call you, I can. Who was not here yesterday? Not here. You were here yesterday. Yes, yes. Yesterday you were here. A little homework. Okay? Well, it seems like I've been doing introductions for a few days here, but in our class, what we do in our class is we discuss important words for living in the USA, like the vocabulary we did for employment. We also usually talk about grammar, the way our language is constructed to help you to figure things out. One of the things that we did today to show you how English works, like the word trainer and trainee, how these interact and how we use them. The other thing that we do is reading. And I have you read aloud and I listen to it, and sometimes I will ask you to say it again, to repeat it. And for two reasons. Number one, I want to hear clearly how you are pronouncing, how you pronounce and say the words, say the sounds, and then if I ask you to do it again, I may ask you to change it. to say it properly. If you want to use Michigan English correctly, then I will try to help you with it. You know that every place in the U.S., English sounds a little different. If you have ever lived in New York, they sound letters out differently. If you go to other parts of the U.S. in the South, they pronounce words a little differently. But the Midwest, here we are in the Midwest, and that's what we're trying to help you with. So we'll do a little bit of story reading here and understanding of information. And this is about tornadoes. Michigan has tornadoes. Michigan does not have hurricanes. We don't have big floods, tsunamis. We have tornadoes. And tornadoes usually happen in the spring and summer, although they can happen at other times as well. Hamtramck had a tornado, and I think it was 1996. Several tornadoes went through Hamtramck and took out a lot of trees, messed up a lot of houses and cars, but fortunately no one lost their lives with it. So, do we have a volunteer to start us off reading? Amira, would you like to start? Okay, nice and loud. Okay. Tornadoes.
Are storms with very
Strong.
turning
Winds.
and that clouds this windy
Winds.
are
Strongest.
On air
They reach.
as speed of 300.
How much? What's that number?
300.
How much?
300.
300.
300
Miles. Per hour. Okay, stop here for a second. Take a look here. They reach speeds of 300 miles per hour. I left that out. Miles per hour. Miles per hour. What does that mean? They reach speeds of 300. That means
The first one.
they go up as high as this. This came up yesterday. We talked about some terms that mean top and bottom. So in this case, we're talking about tornadoes, and They go up to as much as 300 miles per hour. Yesterday, when we talked about something,
The way.
at least, that's the bottom. Top and bottom. This is the top one. At least means the bottom. Another volunteer?
Yes.
Zainab?
The dark clouds are shaped like
Shaped.
Like strongest in the
Wait. Skip the line.
A funnel
A
with
funnel.
with
Wait. Funnel. Yes.
With at the top and narrow at the bottom. The winds are strongest in the center of the funnel.
Funnel, very good. Take a look here. Wide. Long I sound. Because of this E on the end. Wide. Side. Long I sound. Pardon? Farhana. Okay. Hi Farhana, I'm still learning names. Especially.
Common in the United States, but only in certain parts.
Certain parts.
Certain parts, they commonly in the central state.
Central states.
Central states.
What?
A hot afternoon in the spring is the most likely time for a tornado. Clouds become dark. There is
Thunder.
lightning and rain.
Okay. We've got some C words here.
Come on.
What's the rule about C? Ka sound. Cat. Cut. Cut. City. Certain. Curtain. These are curtains. CE, okay, CI, stop. Who's next? Simon, go ahead.
The brown farms or tunnel and
winds.
winds, the louder and the noise. Tornadoes always move in a
Northeasterly
northeasterly direction. They never last longer than 5 hours.
8 hours. Sort of a regular shift. Okay, take a couple things here I want to show you. Yes. You want to write this down? We're going to do a little geography here and some directions while we're doing this. All maps are constructed like this. No matter how you're looking, this way, this way, this way, the map will be the same. North,
South, west, east, west.
So it said in the story, it talked about which way the tornado goes. What does it do?
North.
What?
Up.
What did it say?
North.
North what?
Northeastward.
North what?
Northeastward.
Northeasterly.
Yeah.
So in there you see northeast. And so this is an adverb, northeasterly, meaning it's going to the northeast. So here we have north, here we have east, northeast, northeasterly. What would this be?
South.
Southeastward.
North and south always come first when we do in between. The in-betweens. So notice that ly at the end, it changes the vocabulary from an adjective or a noun to an adverb. There was one other thing I wanted to show in here. Notice the last line. They never last longer than. That's another term. That's the top. That's the maximum. Maximum, minimum. So it's giving you the limits. Next one, Adita.
Tornadoes that is narrow, that is less narrow, that a tornado can destroy everything. It can smash buildings and rip up trees. Tornadoes can kill people as well.
Very good. Next row in the back. Wait.
Hasina.
Pardon?
Hasina.
Hasina. Oh yes, that's Hasina. Okay. One more week and I'll have your names. Okay, go ahead, Hasina.
The word tornado sweeps short the
Swept through.
through the status of
States.
states of Missouri.
Missouri.
State of Missouri.
Illinois. Hold on. Missouri. Illinois.
Missouri, Illinois,
No S sound. Illinois.
Illinois,
No S.
noise,
And
and
Indiana.
Indiana. Indiana in 1925, killing 689 people. Modern weather
Equipment.
equipment now makes it possible to warn people of tornadoes. People have a much better chance of protecting themselves, but nothing can stop tornadoes from destroying everything in their path.
Yeah, so the winds in a tornado are so strong that it takes whole buildings and can lift them up and throw them over to the side or just rip them apart. This is your homework. Bring this back on Monday, and we'll finish this on Monday and do more grammar and some other things for you. Welcome, Mohammed and Shakali. Class. I hope you come back on Monday. If you, just to remind you again, we meet Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay? No Thursday or Friday. 9 o'clock. Okay? Have a good weekend, everyone. What a crazy day.
Insyaallah. Insyaallah bro.
Good to see you. Stay well. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice seeing you. See you. His name's